Do you think the Philippines will follow this green movement? And if so, do you think it would be soon in the short term, or we can see that change quite a while for Filipinos?
Of course, I have to distinguish between the green movement as an ideology, which I don't espouse, meaning ideology, meaning they put environment over people. No? You know, the object of development is still people. Sometimes the others will use environmental issues to, let's say, espouse population control through abortions, through that's not the kind of green I suppose you're referring to. The green movement I think you're referring to, I believe, are those people who are now more and more concerned about the preservation and the uh, uh, protection of the environment. That's I think what you're referring to. Well, if you look at the recent trends in consumer spending, many of the Gen Zs, for example, are already asking questions about the impact or the responsibility of companies to their products. That means the obligation of a company to its products does not end after a transaction has been closed. How the consumer will dispose the packaging and how the packaging will be recycled and used later is still part of the responsibility of the company. The thing is, it is really moving towards there. Many of the companies here in the Philippines are moving towards there. For example, this movement towards renewable energy is picking up very fast simply because there are companies, very specific companies, that would like an option in terms of sourcing the supply of their energy. So if they like to tap renewable energy instead of fossil-based energy, like coal, for example, they would opt and choose renewable energy. That is why there's a transformation right now happening in our energy sector. This impact on the green movement is already more or less directly or indirectly imposed on publicly listed companies. They have to disclose their sustainability impacts. So if you are a listed company, you need to include in your annual reports a sustainability report, which includes an impact on your the business's impact on the environment. By 2022, the banks are required to report also their sustainability impacts. For example, they have to ask, to whom do you lend your money to? For example, do you know your customers, where they source their incomes, source their funds? These are critical trends that are happening. Where do your loans go to? Do they contribute to the preservation of the environment, the protection of the environment, of economic activities that you fund? That will also be a requirement among the requirements in 2022 for banks. So I think it has already arrived and it's already causing a transformation. So I have to alert. I think it's Teresa asking. It has already arrived. So there are many companies like AE Energy, Ayala Energy Corporation has practically unloaded all its uh, coal-based operations in order to focus on renewable energy. And its stock prices tripled last year. So it's picking up and it's becoming a movement, especially after every time a natural calamity hits the nation. Again, the issue about the environment always crops up. So it has arrived. So it will not take a while. It has already arrived.